Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Moni Love. Hey. Hello.
Hi, guys. Happy Wednesday.
Great. Let me just go ahead and flip it around.
Let's see.
We'll see if we're in the frame.
It's always interesting when it flips and you're like, ooh.
We're like, what? All close. Let's see. We're going to adjust it a little bit just so we can
Happy
see.
Hump Day, Wednesday.
Let's see.
All right. Is that
How's
better?
that better? Hey,
Hi,
single in the suburbs.
Single in the suburbs. I think you were with us last time.
I think so. Let's see.
Happy Wednesday, Moni Love. Good afternoon, Scope Scribe.
Hello, subscribe. Hey,
Hi
Shell.
there. Hi.
Hello. So, can you guys see us okay?
I know last time I wasn't really in the frame, but was that better?
Hello.
Oh, good. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate
Hola.
it. Hello, Dan.
Oh, good.
Hello.
So what's everybody having for lunch? what did I have? I just had a granola bar on my way over. So we're supposed to be having lunch together.
Right.
But we'll have to do better at that.
I have bad, poor eating habits. I haven't even eaten anything yet today. Just, but I do plan to have a brunch.
Ooh, a green smoothie. I have to write that down.
Yeah,
That's a great idea. Yum. Do you make
Yogurt
that?
and
Yogurt and grapes.
I love green
All these
smoothies.
healthy eating.
Hey, mention tag. Oh, that's my sister Tootie. Hey.
Tacos from okay, good. Well, I think someone had Korean barbecue last week.
Korean tacos.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Well, good. Well, thanks everyone for. Oh, thank you for inviting followers.
Thank you so much. Please invite followers, and we love hearts too.
Yes.
And I think we want to open up with also just allowing you, or please, to subscribe to us on social media. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. We don't do that enough, and so we're trying to boost our social media followers, so we can certainly use your help with that. So we need to make more of a conscious effort to do it.
Yes, and thank you for that. I wrote that down, Ola clips for your broadcast. We're always learning, so we will take any suggestions. So,
thank you.
Okay, there are lens for your phones. Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, perfect.
Great.
I'm just stopping by, going to have to jump on to work. Oh, thank you so much for just stopping by and saying hello.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Watch the playback.
Next time, I hope you can stay. But thank you for showing us love. We appreciate that.
We appreciate you guys every week.
Yeah. So,
well, today we are talking about trust issues in relationships, and what we've uncovered is that we all. Thank you so much, but we've all had some type of some form of inkling or trust issues in the past. So a lot of us have, including me.
And me too.
So we just want you to know that we have been
Kevin.
there. Hey, Kevin. That we've been there. That we understand. We get it. So everything. One disclaimer. So everything that we teach or promote, it's from personal experiences. A lot of you have had the opportunity to read our book, Relationship Do-Overs. That's our book that we released this year in February, but again, we poured our entire heart out in it, and so a lot of our personal stories are in there, but we want you to know that everything that we have experienced, it's everything that we teach and promote is something that we've experienced on our own, or either helped someone else or coach someone else through it. So
and overcome, which is a good thing. So we don't want you to be out there, having trust issues. It's something that we've learned about, whether it's personal experience or our clients, continues to come to us. So we wanted to just attack this subject head on.
That's right.
This week.
And so we want you to know that there is not anything that our clients can come through. We're live here in our Charlotte office, but there's not anything that somebody can come through the door and say, you wouldn't believe what happened to me, or you wouldn't believe what I have been through. Oh, yes, we will.
Right.
Yeah, we got it. We've been there. We had the T-shirt to prove it. So
I think just yesterday someone said, oh, wow, I have something to share, but I think you're going to, be blown off of your seat. I said, try me, because, you're really not.
There's nothing you can say that we haven't experienced already. So, again, we want you to know that this is coming from
the beautiful hearts.
Coming from our heart, and something that we've learned and experienced personally. So, as we're talking about trust issues.
Yes, on our blog, I think if any of you, I don't know if any of you saw our blog we blog for essence.com in the love and relationship section every other Tuesday. So this Tuesday, that was one of our topics, so we thought that we would maybe bring it to Periscope and be able to talk live with you and, maybe talk more in depth about the different points that we were talking about. So how many of you have had trust issues in the past in relationships? Yeah. I'm waving because it's a big deal. So let us know if anyone's brave enough to say they've had some trust issues in the past. And hopefully you've overcome it, and maybe you haven't, but let us know.
Well, I want to share the definition of trust with you.
Yes.
It's the belief that someone or something is reliable, good, honest, and effective. And so that's what it is. It's a collaboration of all those things.
So you can't be too trusting. Yes.
Yeah, I think we're either one extreme or the other.
Yes.
I know for me over the years, early on, it really starts with confidence too. You have to be confident in order to say, why,
that's why we're here, Moni Love.
Right. So why am I not trusting?
Right.
Usually it's something that has either happened in the past or something that you don't feel very confident within yourself. And it could be the way you look, or it can be if you're timid or shy or something like that. And so we're always thinking at some point, hey Linda, if they're looking for something better, or am I enough? And I know that.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I know that I struggled with that over the years. Am I enough? Am I enough that?
Hey, D. Clark.
That he's not going to. Hey, Dominique. That he's not going to look for something else, or should I be worried about what he's doing? And we hear it so often, and it just breaks my heart. But it really starts with you.
And that can start with confidence in yourself, but it also can be, which was part of my problem, confidence in the relationship. Not really knowing, are you the girlfriend, or it seems like we're going in the right direction, but we've never really said, that we're exclusive. Everything feels like it's exclusive, but there's still some questions in your mind about, am I his girlfriend, or is he, are we exclusive? Yeah, it's too gray. So at that point, then you start lifting the eyebrows, saying, is he out with someone else, or what? Instead of having that conversation. So of course, by now, I've learned to have that conversation relatively early on. But hey, years ago, I didn't know, and we kind of just left it open, and that would kind of raise an eyebrow and say, well, maybe I should sneak and see something, or see if there's something on his phone. Just any clue. Right. Any clue will do.
Oh gosh. And how many of you will admit that you have been that secret squirrel, that secret agent, and spying,
undercover detective?
Yeah.
And that goes both ways, for men and women. So a lot of times we think it's just women.
It's not,
and it's not, because men can get jealous too, and they can feel, that they are less confident in a relationship. So it goes both ways.
Great. So I know that we've done some crazy things over the past. But so once you decide, okay, you're looking for information, you are going to, search his, tap into his email, tap into his voicemail, his phone, if he's gone to the restroom or whatever, or he's fell asleep at night, maybe crashed at your place or whatever, and you picked up his phone and you're going through it and looking at information, you have to ask yourself, well, first of all, what am I going to do with the information that I find? Because if you go looking for something, you will find something. Just rule of thumb, you will find something. So if you, find something, what are you going to do with that information? So, for example, you see him having a conversation with other women, or you see some photos exchanged, and not so nice, photos exchanged. What are you going to do with that information? If the answer is nothing, then why bother?
Right.
If you're not going to bring it to his attention, if you are not going to address it and let him know how you feel about it, and own up to, yes, I was snooping. I've seen that break relationships up completely. I mean, just the fact that, the trust wasn't there in the beginning. They'll turn it back on you, some will, and say, you went snooping, I can't trust you, so this relationship is over.
Right.
So you need to be prepared for whatever consequences that may arise from that. So if your answer is, I'm just being nosy, and I'm not going to do anything with this information, then we suggest that you not go looking for it.
Right. Snooping is disrespectful. It is. And we're right. So, and that was the first point that Tana mentioned. So I'm in, and now what are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to do now? So you're going through all this. You're trying to find out the code. You're trying to find out, the Facebook password and all of that. So you're in. But what are you going to do? So if you're not going to do anything, what's the use? So the second point is going to be look in the mirror. So look in the mirror. I was thinking about Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, and see, is the reason why you're snooping really because you're not doing everything right? Maybe you have someone on the side. Maybe you're eyeing someone. Maybe you're not feeling fulfilled. So we definitely want you to look in the mirror, evaluate yourself, and see where it's coming from. Tana mentioned, maybe it was insecurity. I mentioned that, I wasn't secure in the relationship and dating relationships over the years. So what is it? So look in the mirror, see what the problem is, and start with yourself first, and then go to him and see, maybe if it's something that he's doing.
And I'm chuckling because I could just think about some of the conversations that I've had with girlfriends over the years. And, someone would call me and say, I'm going through his phone. And I was like, wait a minute, you just told me that you were out with such and such the other day. Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Right.
That doesn't count because we're just talking about him right now. That it does count because it's like the pot calling the kettle black. You can't go pointing fingers at what he's not doing if you're not doing the same.
Right.
So it goes both ways, and I'm guilty of that too.
Mm-hmm. And the point is, you're just trying to get to a place where you're both secure in the relationship. So it's probably better just to have a conversation rather than doing all this, but hey, trust issues always happen, so that's why I wanted to bring some tips and some things for you to consider.
Right. Also, keep in mind, if you're thinking about whether I should do it or not.
Thank you for the heart.
Thank you. Whether I should spy on him or not. Just before you make that decision to break the trust, because it is, ask yourself, did he earn it? Does he show up when he says he's going to? For example, if he promised to call at 9 o'clock and he called at 9 o'clock.
Hey, Rodrigo.
Or if he promised to take you out at 7 o'clock and he's there at 6:45 to pick you up. What has he done to warrant the snooping?
Or what has she done?
Yeah, or she done.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so it's both ways.
It works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
What has each of you done to warrant that? And so we want you to think about that before you make the decision to snoop. Because if they're showing up when they say that they're going to, then there's a great chance that nothing's probably going on. I mean, I think it may be all in your head, and you need to reevaluate your level of insecurity.
Right. And another thing is, you might want to evaluate if he or she is transparent. So, a lot of times you might be with someone who's had a problem or an issue before with cheating, but they're coming to you this time and they're saying, you know what, I had an opportunity. Someone came up to me and, wanted me to give them a call, or, they were flirting with me, and they're being transparent and sharing that with you. So that gives you a clue that, yes, they may have had an issue with it in the past, but you mean so much to them that they want to try to have a transparent relationship with you. So, take that into consideration. Give them some points if they come to you and at least share. Because, we're living real life. So people might, not look at the engagement ring. They might not look at the wedding ring. They might not even care whether you're in a relationship these days. So, but if you come to each other and say, you know what, I just had this situation happen to me, and, he was actually pretty cute, or she was, pretty hot. But, this is how I handled it. I just wanted to let you know because, I just want this relationship to be, between the two of us, and it's really important. So analyze if he or she is being transparent in the relationship.
Okay. Also, thank you. Also think about, are they, disrespectful, when you're out? So, for example, if he or she is staring at somebody else. So if they're staring at someone else, if you're together and they're just looking, and you can hear the mumbling.
Thank you. I digress about the hair. So today I was laughing. I'm sorry. I was thinking, have you ever had those times when, you can't get your hair done? And I was in the mirror. I was my own hairdresser this morning. You couldn't tell me I wasn't trying to flip a little something. I couldn't get in. So I thank you for letting me know that you like my handiwork because I did this myself. So I digress, but thank you so much.
Yeah, great, thank you. Hey,
yes.
Linda.
I need to learn to love myself first before I can give to anyone else.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my
so
God.
Key.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
You can't.
Amen.
You can't. Great. I'm glad that you're learning.
Been there,
you
done
can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself first. There's nothing else left to give.
Yeah.
But again, we want you to be cognizant if the person is. Is looking at someone else while you're there. If they're being disrespectful. Because, men and women, but they look, eye candy will walk by, and it's, we're physical. We are visual and physical beings. So it's natural, very natural to look, but when you become disrespectful, then there lies the issue. And so we want you to just be cognizant of that, because if they're going to look, but if they're being disrespectful, and then that may raise a half an eyebrow for you to say, well, let me just keep an eye out and look at other behaviors.
Right. And the other thing you should probably consider, and this comes to us pretty often, is social media. So if you're in a relationship, should I tag him on things, or should, I have something in a relationship with this person? And we say yes. You really should be able to have a united front on social media. So if he has no problem with it, or she, if you're a man and she has no problem with making sure that you tag each other sometimes when you go out or if you're on a date. But if your significant other does have a problem with, them mentioning you, or you're not really too comfortable, if you went out on a date and you're not too comfortable posting the picture, then there's a problem. There's a problem with confidence, and there's a problem with knowing where you are in the relationship. So we definitely say analyze social media, Instagram, Facebook. If you know that you are in an exclusive relationship and none of your friends, none of your followers know that, there probably is an issue.
Hey, Melissa.
And that will push you to want to snoop and not be as confident as you should be in the relationship. He never mentions me ever. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
But the question I wanted to ask too is, do you mention him? Are you one of those people who's confident in your relationship where if you had a picture to post and you wanted everyone to see that you were out to dinner,
would you post it? And would you tag him in?
Right.
And would he allow it to be tagged? Because sometimes, we have on our social media, we have it blocked where we'd have to approve the photo even being featured on our social media. So are you promoting him as your man? And is he aware of that?
Right. And maybe have that conversation just to know so that it doesn't push you to want to, snoop or be uncomfortable with the relationship.
And then you can also, he won't allow it. Okay. Well, and then find out the reason why he may not allow it. Because if you're taking a picture, if you're doing a selfie with him, and you say, I'm going to post this on my page, do you mind if I tag you? And if he says, no, I don't want you to tag me. Okay, is there a reason why? Are we not exclusive? So that right there starts the questions.
Right.
And it's okay to ask, but you need to know. You need to know now versus later.
Right. If you want the answer, you don't want to have a real antagonistic tone. Really, as Tana said, you just want to come and say, well, why not? Well, what are you thinking? Because he says it's too much drama.
Okay, why is it too much drama? Because, that's something that you would want to know. What's dramatic about it?
Right. And the other thing, okay.
And I was going to say, it is the tone. It's like, really? Well, share it with me because I'm not a woman of drama. I just want to understand.
Right.
And so when you use that language and use that tone, it's very different from, well, why can't I put it on posting? What are you hiding?
Right. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
So change it around and say, help me understand. I really enjoy spending time with you.
And you mean so much to me.
Yeah, and I want to share.
Yeah, and also just kind of seeing where, that's what I was going to say too. You beat me to it. I was going to say, even seeing how he responds or how you respond to other people who might be flirting.
Sure.
That's a telltale sign sometimes that there might be some trust issues. Honest communication is imperative. It really is.
Imperative.
It is.
And it's tone and delivery. If you don't take anything else from what we talked about, take away tone and delivery. It's how you present the information. It's how you present the conversation.
Hey,
hello,
doctor.
hi. It's how you present the information. So again, I know you want to be featured on his social media pages. I mean, who doesn't? That's almost like you letting the world know that we are together.
Right, and that's that confirmation that everyone is kind of looking for, men and women. If you're in an exclusive relationship, you kind of want that confirmation. And not just for you, we talked about that, but for other people. Like you said, people will go on there flirting because they don't know, whether you're in a relationship. So, how does he handle the flirts when people are on social media? Does he flirt back, or does he, kind of not say anything? Does he like it? What? So.
And what do you say? So for example, if he's flirting with other people or they're flirting back with him, do you just sit back and be quiet? Because by you sitting back and being quiet, you're allowing that he initiates.
Yeah. So these are all cues, clues that for you to consider. Definitely, and we can always talk about that more offline. But 4 years is a lot.
That's a long time to be. That's an investment.
That is.
That's an investment.
So we kind of know the dynamics with that too. Once you've invested, 4+ years, it's like, well, I've invested all this time and all that, so we know. So hey, send us an email or ask the duo. We can certainly talk about that more. But I think that helped the other group. Who knows who else is in this group.
That's right. That could help
those issues. So we thank you for that.
And also, so the next thing would be, does he leave his phone around unlocked and unattended? So, for example, if you guys are watching TV and his phone is open and unlocked and it's just readily accessible and available, does he leave it there? And is it okay if you just happen to, if the phone is ringing and you happen to pick it up and say, hey, somebody is calling you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you should answer it, but just here you go. Somebody's calling you. Did you want your phone? That is a great telltale sign that he's open. He's an open book, because if his phone is unlocked and lying around, then he has nothing to hide.
Right.
He
Especially
doesn't care
if there are
who's
kids
calling.
involved.
Exactly. He doesn't care who's calling, because his time with you is his time with you. If he's always, texting behind your back or going to the, Tennessee even has a relationship with this girl. Oh, great. Putting all our family business out there. I hope to save anybody's relationship. I don't care if it's my father's. I don't care if it's my mother's or my friends. That's what we're here to do, is to serve.
Yes.
And so whoever's relationship it is. But again, we want you to just to be cognizant of that. You're overthinking it if his cell phone is not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you're overthinking it. It's a problem when he's hiding it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the next one, and we're wrapping it up here, but would be, are you both satisfied? Maybe take an inventory check to know, what are the top complaints that he has about me, and what are the top complaints that I keep hearing over and over again that I have about him. And, maybe the only thing that you can change right now is the things that he might say about you. So bring in, that self-check, knowing whether
mm-hmm.
your relationship is at a point where you're both satisfied, and that will help to build the trust. So instead of just taking time to go snoop and see what you can find, take that same time to evaluate, well, what can I change? I keep hearing him say over and over again that, I'm too argumentative, or what can I do to change and, at least try to meet him where he needs me to be. And that would probably be a better use of your time, definitely. So take that self-check and see if you're both satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you can change definitely where you are lacking.
Okay, he says, I'm insecure. It's his top complaint. And, that brings up...
And that very well may be.
It very well may be. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you looked in the mirror and did a self-check with yourself? I mean, that's a question that we would ask you and have you reevaluate yourself. It brings us to the next point, which is confidence. It's all about the confidence. And we talk to men Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're screening hundreds of men every single day for our clients.
Yes, a lot of the times our partners' behaviors make us insecure. That's so true.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when we were talking to them, they tell us over and over and over that they love a confident woman, no matter her size, no matter, just whatever. They love a confident woman that's secure, because to them, it means less drama for me,
mm-hmm.
less drama for the man. And so again, we have male clients as well, but we also screen hundreds of men Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're doing nothing but screening, and we're coaching Thursday and Friday. So, and they tell us this all the time. So, and it's consistent. So it's a consistent message. I mean, the men that are on, we like to hear from you, the men that have joined us. Is confidence in a woman important to you?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
And one of the things that can help with your confidence, I mean, you can't, of course, make him want you to be part of his social media, but one thing that you can do is get a life. And that's what I had to do. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. My whole life was so, just centered around my relationship. So everything, I wanted to know what he was doing, where is he going, and that was because I didn't have a life. So, and we will give you our social media at the end. Let me just write that down.
Matchmaking Duo.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Info at fgmatch.com. That's F as in Fisher, G as in Gilmore, fgmatch.com info, and it'll go to both of us.
Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. I realized, wait a minute, I don't have a life. Mm-hmm. Someone asked me later, well, what do you like to do? And I had lost myself along the way. I didn't know what I liked to do. I was almost in tears. Actually, I think I went home and did cry. But, realized that I had no idea what I like to do. And so once you start getting your own life, even if he starts seeing you, going out and doing things or doing things that you enjoy. So it doesn't have to be at the club. You can take a tennis lesson, which we did recently. Mm-hmm. You'll see on our social media. But, go to the gym. Just start doing things that are going to make you happy. Then you'll see that amen. Yes, that's me. Well, that was right. Me, but you can see my smile is back. So
Kelly's back.
I am back. I went and dyed my hair red and called it a day, which you'll see in our book. But, get a life. Don't worry about it. And I think once you start getting more fulfilled, that kind of stuff, and then your confidence will return.
Absolutely.
With or without him.
And you may need to make some changes. So sometimes confidence means getting a new
country bumblebee. I like that.
I like that. So maybe confidence means having a makeover. Maybe it means going to the gym. I mean, sometimes we've lost ourselves. I mean, just being married for so many years. I mean, I think I gained, I don't know how much weight over 14 years. I don't know, 60 pounds maybe at one point. It's a lot of weight. And so, I mean, sometimes when you lose confidence, you start doing other things to fulfill yourself. So rely on the positive things and not the negative things. So maybe, take their energy and go to the gym, maybe get a new haircut, or a hairstyle, maybe add some, which, I'll do from time to time. So
you never know. We turn this on what you're going to get.
Hey, thank you. But so we want you to rebuild your confidence.
Yes.
And you'll see that when you add that extra pep in your step, OMG, he will be wondering what the difference is. Trust and believe. It's like science. He will be wondering, if you're not thinking about him as much, he'll wonder what you're doing.
Right, and you'll feel more fulfilled. So that confidence is going to come anyway. So the last tip that we had was, do you feel that he or your mate is keeping their options open for something better? So you can kind of feel in your heart really that, either you're not everything that he wants or vice versa. And we don't want that. That a lot of times leads to having trust issues. So, wondering if that one person, you'll see someone going by or whatever, and he's looking like, yeah, I wonder.
Is he for me?
Right. So just not being content with the one you have.
Yeah.
So that definitely will, add some trust issues. So we want you to be, cognizant of that too. And I wrote down a question. There was someone who asked a question. So we wanted to open it off. Did you have something else?
No,
okay.
Go ahead.
We wanted to open it to questions because there was a question I was trying to write down as we were talking, how to love yourself or something someone mentioned. But I think we have like 3 or 4 more minutes. So any more questions that you all have? In the meantime, we wanted to share our social media. So Facebook and Instagram is the Matchmaking Duo. Twitter is Matchmaking Duo, and you can also find us here every Wednesday, as you can see, for our lunch scope on Periscope, and every other Tuesday.
That's right.
On Essence.com, we blog in the love and relationship section, so look for us, and we're always traveling for our book tour as well.
And please ask your friends to follow us on social media. We're like begging for friends on social media.
We don't do a good job of that. We'll travel and forget to say it, so we're trying to do a better job of that. But we love to engage with you all on Periscope, and we're going to try to do more of it. We're trying to fit that in. So sometimes we might just go on and say a few things of something we learned from a client,
and it could be us one-on-one. So you'll get to know us here in this platform individually as well. We want to share our life with you. We want to share with you. Hey, great! Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have lunch together every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, 12:30. Thank you. But yeah, we want you to understand that this is not just a business for us, but it's some of the ministry to us also, because we're here to serve. We're here to provide. We didn't go. These experiences that we've gone through, they were not just for us. They were for us to share with all of you. And so we want you to understand that this is really coming from our heart, and we want you to know that we've been through it, and we want to prohibit you and prevent you from going through what we've gone through by sharing our personal experiences. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, it's a great thing that we've arrived here. I was just thinking as she was talking of all the tears that I cried over the years, and to arrive here to know that they were for a reason, to help other people. So that's really rewarding, and it kind of helps us a lot. So we thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, put them up really quick. But we thank you. We're glad that you enjoyed it.
Yay. Thank you
and
so
if
much.
you have a question, you can always find us on our website, thematchmakingduo.com, and you can hit the Ask the Duo tab, and we'll try to respond to some of them here on this platform as well.
Yeah, and just so you know, so everything, we do have an assistant and a team here. Thank you. So and all the Ask the Duos, if it's personal, we respond to all of those ourselves. So our team is busy doing other things for us, but we respond to the Ask the Duos because that's personal, and we want to put some personal touch to it. Right. So again, just know that it's not an automated service. Respond responding, or our assistants. That's the Acid Duo is us responding personally. So just so you know, that's all for you all.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your lunch, and we will see you next Wednesday, week. If not before.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get on before.
Next week together, and then, we'll jump on and, periodically during the week. So thanks for following us, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.